If you want validation, if you want to get inside the head, if you want to grow up market, you want to get inside the head of these people in terms of what their unmet needs are and what their aspirations are and how you're going to differentiate yourself from the pack, you need to have that perspective. And of course, that's galvanizing. That confirms that, okay, I need to specialize and not generalize, which again, I think is more fuel for the concept of respectfully, professionally disassociating from a group of clients who will not become your ideal client ever. So you can go deeper into that group. Thoughts on that?
Well, there are two things. We always did this at Oxygen, but a lot of advisors aren't classically trained in marketing to know how to develop an avatar. And I really encourage people to develop an avatar and make it real specific. If your avatar is Mindy Money, you know, or it's Charlie Coins or whatever you name the avatar, what is that? So when you tell somebody my avatar is a business owner that does 2 million to 20 million of EBITDA, and they got more than 50 employees, and they generally own 3 pieces of real estate, you can get very specific about the avatar. So I talked to an advisor today and I said, who do you work with? He goes, well, generally retired people. I'm like, so like, you know, a third of America, whatnot. I said, what are you talking about? I mean, it's not, you know, and as we started to get through the conversation, Duncan, actually this gentleman lives in Columbus, Ohio, and he really works with snowbirds that basically live 6 months in Florida and 6 months in Ohio. So it's that narrows the avatar. It's not just retirees. It's now actually snowbirds. And then we narrowed it down to 3 other factors, and we were able to help him develop an avatar of what he's really going after. And I think I convinced him today to start a podcast called Ohio Snowbird. And, you know, what he would do is interview people that are snowbirds and talk about that lifestyle to generate leads. So now he's got, you know, a kind of a way to be able to do that. So I don't think a lot of advisors are really good at building out that avatar, and it's super important. Number 2, you mentioned this idea when somebody asks you how many clients do you have, and right, and that's a double-edged sword, because if you tell them you only have 50 clients, you might be worried that they're like, oh gosh, I have $20 million. This guy doesn't have that many clients. Oh, but wait a minute, Duncan, my average client has $9 million. Now that's a different. On the other side, if I tell them, well, our firm's got 4,000 clients, somebody that has 20 million could be like, wow, you're way too big to be able to take care of my needs. So you've got to, I think this gets down to advisors are not trained as marketers. So by defining your avatar and being able to have a story to tell about how many clients you have and why, you can more articulate that value proposition to a client.
Well, you're describing professional scarcity perfectly, where this is now becoming part of your value proposition. It's client-centered, it's client-facing, where you're removing the mystery and say, it's not about who I'm looking for, it's who we're suited for. We made a decision to not be all things to all people.